Hello everyone, I'm Bradley Sward and this is my day 13 part 2 solution to the problem known as claw contraption, 2024 advent of code. My code is in Python. So this time around, part 1 solution is basically we're moving the cranes, we're pressing buttons to move the cranes in certain directions in certain amounts, and we're trying to figure out how to get to an exact value. And linear algebra was screaming out to me, but I knew that I could get a solution for part 1 done quickly. So for part 2, we're going to use linear algebra to figure out the equations for everything. The hardest part was figuring out the imperfections between mathematics and engineering mathematics. The computer science math. We don't get exact answers all the time when we do tons of matrix multiplications and things like that on a computer as we do when we do this mathematically. So you can see that that huge number is my answer to this puzzle, and even though that number is absolutely humongous, we solve it almost instantaneously with my new code here. And I could have used, there's a couple math libraries in Python that I could have used instead of what you're going to see here, but I wanted to do it manually and just kind of remember how to do reduced row echelon form. It's been a while for me. So what are we doing here? So this program will solve both parts. Let me just show you. It'll do part 1 and then part 2, and it's relatively quickly, right? Boom, boom, done, instantaneous. Basically instantaneous. So basically, I'm trying 2 times over. I'm cycling through all my data. And then when I go through this, I'm doing the same thing as before, where I'm taking all the data and I'm splitting it up. This time around, as opposed to the way I was doing it, I put it into reduced, or it isn't reduced, just a matrix, a 2 by 3 matrix of values. And again, this isn't to teach you reduced row echelon form or anything like that, but basically this is the math behind how do I take basically the values and reduce it to a solution that says that the number of times I press A is whatever ends up in this row, in this location right here, and then the number of times I press B ends up in this location right here. When I do the math of dividing by this value, dividing the whole row by this value, and then subtracting off, then dividing, and then subtracting off, and then it's a 4-step process, or a 5-step process to make this thing work here. And then when you get the whole thing done, this was actually the trickiest part, was, well, how do I know that the number is close enough to 0, or I'm sorry, close enough to an integer value where I can accept that the value is okay. And it just turns out that this 0.001 is good enough. And so I do the reduced row echelon form math, I figure out my values, and then I check to see that both of them are close enough to an integer value. And then if that's the case, I add 3 times the A plus the B to get the total, and you can see that I get the correct answers. So at the end of the day, if you know linear algebra, this one ends up being relatively simple. And if I had just used a library, I could have had this done a lot quicker too. But that's how I go about doing this. If you have any questions, or if you know even a better way than even the way I was doing it, that's great. Please let me know. We can only improve, help each other out here, right? So thanks for sticking it out with me as always. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you for day 14.